Can you tell us a little bit, Mike, about what kind of project you got going on here?
Sure, Mike. This is a Chesapeake Hills Golf Course in Lusby, Maryland. We're installing a new Toro irrigation system, 829 sprinkler heads on a main and herringbone configuration.
What's Chesapeake Hills expecting to get out of this renovation?
The system that we currently have is a Toro eOsmac system, or it's been updated to a Toro eOsmac. It's a old transite pipe, single row down the middle.
30-year-ish?
1967, 68, somewhere in there. This new Toro link system is going to be more efficiently use water. It's a double row, some places a triple row system. We're going from 248 sprinkler heads to 829 sprinkler heads. We're increasing our water capacity from 700 gallons a minute to 1,400 gallons a minute. We are going to be able to produce better turf, much better turf, better playing conditions for the golfers themselves. Healthier turf. We'll be able to control it more precisely with the link system, control system. Basically shorten our water window. Even though we've more than doubled heads and tripled heads actually, we'll be able to close our water window. Energy consumption will be less. We'll be able to use water more efficiently.
So since this is a part of Calvert County and it's part of the park system, as far as the county's concerned, are they on board with this? Or
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. My bosses from Parks and Rec requested from the county commissioners here in Calvert 2 or 3 years ago. They started putting this all in process for drawings, and of course Turf Equipment has done all the drawings and worked on them, and they started this process about 3 years ago, presented it to the commissioners. The commissioners were on board with it completely because the golf course has come so far in the last 2 to 3 years. The county's only owned the golf course for 4 years, I believe, and from that time they noticed that you can make improvements, but you can only go so far. This new irrigation system will allow us as a county, as Parks and Rec, as a golf course, to make it so much better. It's going to increase the aesthetics. It's going to take it to the next level, and hopefully 2 levels up. That's what we're hoping for.
Almost the end of June. We're coming into July next week.
Right.
I know this was never planned on being a summer install, but what kind of an impact is that having on the golf course and on the golfers?
Well, the golfers are 100%. Well, let me backtrack a little. We expected this to be begun this previous fall of 2012. Unfortunately, we got to start in late May of 2013 with our projected finish date 3rd or 4th week of July this year, in a month. Golfers are 100% behind this. They're aware of what conditions can be when you have the right amount of water placed at the right times and everything. So they're 100% behind it. Have we had any disruption in play? Not a bit. Not one bit. Everything's going as planned. We're ahead of schedule. No disruption of play. It's not probably the norm to install mid-season, but it's going perfect.
In an average day, as they're out here installing it, do the golfers have to skip a hole? Can they play right through? They
play right through. The mains were all put in first. The contractor put all the mains in, and now they're going back and pulling the green loops, pulling the tee loops, pulling the laterals across the fairways. There is an inch-wide disturbance in the pulling, a 6-inch wide disturbance with the mains, and there's absolutely no disruption in play. We have not closed one hole. We've had tournaments. Some of our major tournaments have already taken place while this was going on. No disruption in play.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. There's nothing more technologically better than what we're getting right now here at Chesapeake Hills, Calvert County. This is the top-of-the-line Toro system, the top-of-the-line Toro controlled link system. There's nothing better we can get, and we're trying to make it so we use water more energy efficient, more environmentally sound, with the least amount of disruption in play. So actually we're doing the best we can for the turf, for the golf course, and for the taxpayers in Calvert.
What went into your decision of who to pick as your local supplier?
Well, I've known you for many years. I've only worked with Toro for 34 years as a golf course superintendent working with Toro Corporation. Tesco in Jessup, Maryland is the supplier, local supplier for Toro. I have had nothing but good experience with Toro. Not to say that the other systems aren't good. I just feel that Toro is a better system, offers more, so that's why I continue to stick with Toro. Always got great service, reliability, great warranties on everything, and technologically it's far superior to all the others.
This was a low bid situation because, of course, it was a county bid. What kind of provisions were put in to make sure that even though you had to award this to the low bidder, you still were getting the quality installation that you needed and that this golf course needed to have?
Well, when we put the specifications together for the golf course, what we thought we should have, and that's with our consultants, myself, my bosses at Parks and Rec. When we put all these specifications together and we put it out for bid, we put it out so every type of irrigation manufacturer had a chance to bid on the specs for that. As it so happens, Toro got the bid, and the contractor to install it, but they got the bid because their technology met our specifications and their cost met our specifications. So it was a perfect marriage for the county and for Toro. And we got everything we wanted and then some.
There is an ongoing master plan in progress here. What kind of a consideration was given on the irrigation system, knowing that you'll have improvements to the golf course over the next couple of years?
Well, you're obviously mentioning our 10-year mini master plan for upgrades to the golf course, which will be sand trap renovation, will be one greens relocation and green surround. There'll be tees relocated. Some tees just turned a little bit. But in the drawing, when we presented it to Toro for design, we also had our architect work with us, and we kind of overlaid our future plans with the existing in irrigation, as you know, and we've tweaked it a little bit so everything that we're doing now will be in place already should the master plan move forward for the betterment of the golf course, obviously, and the playability. So everything is in place as it's being installed to accommodate whatever changes we make with the master plan.
That's great.
Yep.
So you're really not throwing any money away.
Not a bit.
It'll all come into play as the master plan moves forward.
That's correct.